So this is the first lecture on chapter 10, photosynthesis. And so we want to go through the process, and there's lots of tiny little steps we're going to need you to know. But we want to first start about talking about what this is. And we're looking basically to convert light energy into chemical energy. So we're taking light and making it into sugar. And so what I want to start with is what actually does this. And so we always think of plants, and that's good. But I want you to realize it's not just plants. Actually, other parts or other kingdoms can do this. So some protista, which technically is not a kingdom, but what you see on the top right is a giant kelp. And on the bottom is a euglena. So those are, and then on the bottom center is actually a green algae, and then on the bottom right is actually bacteria. So there's multiple groups that can do this. What is excluded is plants. I'm sorry, is animals, not plants. Animals and fungi do not photosynthesize, and again, some protista don't. But I want to make sure you understand it's not just plants. All right, so what we're going to do is go through and look at what light is on this little video. And so here you see a picture of light, and kind of light is one of these unique things that it can be measured as particles, which we call photons, but it also comes in wavelengths. And so what we want to do is talk about the light spectrum. And so we want to kind of fall in where that is, and that's visible light. So the wavelengths are from about 380 nanometers to 750 nanometers. So that's visible light with all its colors. So I want to make sure you understand, why things are the color they are. And so when you're looking at some of these colors, what you're getting here, like if you see something that is blue, for instance, what blue is actually that material is absorbing all the other wavelengths, and it's reflecting the blue color. So blue is actually bounced back at our eyes, and we perceive that as blue. The reason I'm telling you this is white then is not absorbing any of the colors, and all the wavelengths are being bounced back, and we see that as white. And then black is actually absorbing all of the wavelengths, and nothing's really being bounced back at our eyes. So with that in mind, I want you to think about why plants are green. And plants are green because, again, they're absorbing the other wavelengths, and they're reflecting that wavelengths between 520 and 555, 560, whatever it is, back at your eyes. So if you think about that, you want to think about what colors is plants actually using, finding out for useful light, and what you'll find out is they tend to be reds, blues, and violets. The green color, again, is very low on the spectrum because that is not being absorbed, that's being bounced. And the other thing we want you to know is that there are different types of pigments, and we have mentioned that before. And here's a chloroplast, and remember, that's a type of plastid, and the chloroplast has chlorophyll in it, and that's why it's called a chloroplast. But there are other plastids with other pigments like brown algae and red algae. But anyway, for a plant, you're looking at chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and the carotenoids. So the carotenoids are typically kind of the orange colors, reddish colors of the spectrum. So what they're showing you is absorbance of light by these pigments. So the carotenoids would be called accessory pigments. And again, what I want you to know is kind of the best light for photosynthesis. And again, it would be red, blue, and violet. Those are the wavelengths of light. Okay, and we'll look at that more in lab also. So we'll stop the share there.